You're a content creator on the go or a mobile professional, and you have a whole bunch of memory cards, everything from SDs or probably micro SDs if you're working with um, audio recorders, those little GoPros, things like that. And while some computers are going to have card slots for SD cards, very few of them are actually going to have card slots for micro SDs. So the question is, how do you transfer the data and what do you get? Two of the more popular card readers and solutions to this are going to be this one from SABRENT and this one that I picked up from UGREEN. So the question, should you go for this or that? Let's find out. So a number of years ago when I became a content creator, this is actually the first card reader that I bought from Amazon. And I was actually surprised that it's still sold right now, and it's one of the more popular models that's going to be available for you. So this one, what's nice about it, and one of the reasons what attracted me to it, is that it's a 4-in-1 card reader. So you have both, you have an SD card slot, you have a trans flash or TF or micro SD, and then you have, if you still have an older memory card or you have a more older professional camera, you have a CF compact flash attachment in there, and MS, I believe, I don't remember which that one was for, but I generally have not seen any of the formats that use those. Typically, what you're going to be using right now is going to be the SD or trans flash or micro SD. And then if you have a more professional camera, you might be using a CF Express Type A or a CF Express Type B, and this one's not going to be for those. So this is primarily for SD and micro SD cards. You do get a nice long cable on here, which is definitely nice, and it is going to plug into a USB 3.0 port. Now, the one caveat with this is that versus some of the competition, it is a little bit slower. So it does promise higher transfer speeds. However, consistently transferring, so for example, in particular, transferring V90, V60 or V90 cards, from this drive, I got much slower speeds than what it's possible through the card. So keep in mind that when you're transferring data, your card might be fast, but if this is the bottleneck, that's going to be an issue. So with the SABRENT V60 Rocket cards, I actually got one with a package deal with this. This is the model number CRCSDM. And this is their mini card reader, which is fantastic. So number one, it is going to be much smaller. However, this is only a 2-in-1. It is only for SD and micro SD. So do keep that in mind. The cable on here is also going to be significantly smaller, and it's a USB Type-C connection. So what that means is with most computers, you are going to be able to get significantly faster transfer speeds through the Type-C port. The other kicker is, and if you have a Android device, so I have a Samsung Flip 3 here, which has a USB Type-C port, you can actually plug this in, plug in your memory card, and now I can go into my phone, go to the file manager. I see USB storage right there, 461 gigabytes. That's actually half a 512 card. And bam, voila, I have access to all my pictures, my videos, everything right on the card. Versus with this, you're not going to be able to do that unless you get a cable converting the Type A to a Type C. And then it's going to be a question of whether it's going to be as fast or not. So if you're looking for a card reader and you're buying one today, I would definitely recommend going with a SABRENT. But if you're looking for a card reader and you have older type of card median, then definitely something like this UGREEN, which has a 4-in-1, is going to be a good way to go. The alternative is, if you wanted to get more functionality beyond this, you can go with something like a docking station, which, so I've covered on our channel, I've covered a number of different solutions for that. So you'd plug it into your computer, and then you'd have expansion USB Type A port, so you can use it as a mini hub, and then it'll also have some card slots and possibly HDMI outputs as well. And those are going to be a little bit more than this, and generally those are going to cost a bit more money as well. But Otherwise, between these two, those are your solutions, and I hope you enjoyed this video of this or that.